Greetings, my fellow meme consumers. I've just seen Man with the Movie Camera released 1928 or 1929. I can't remember. I'm gonna say 28. I'm hoping it's 28. And I can't pronounce the Russian guy's name. Or at least I can't remember it. It's like M something. That's how he's credited. Or that's the editor. I don't know. But I really liked this film. This was a really great film. Like, I watched it and I'm like, this is amazing. Like, I really enjoyed this film. I could have watched this for like several hours. It's just the stuff going on here is just like, once I started to pick up on what was going on in the film, I was just like, this is amazing. For those of you who don't know, and this is explaining like the opening like title sequence, so this isn't a spoiler, but this is technically a documentary, and it was a film that was meant to have no script, no actors, no sets. It was just supposed to be just about film itself with nothing from theater. I think it actually says there's no theater in this film. And I was thinking it accomplishes that very much, and I really liked it. The film is called Man with the Movie Camera, and it's technically about this guy going around and filming a movie. But what it really is we open with an audience going to see a film. And that film is about someone documenting a man with a movie camera. So it's a film within a film within a film, more or less. And it's really, I mean, that's just like kind of a presentation thing. It's not a big impact except for a few major scenes. I mean, with the whole theater thing, like the fact that we're watching someone watch a movie, that's just the beginning and end of the film. It's just kind of this cool layer. Most of it is just we're watching someone make a movie. And that's really interesting. There's a sequence where we see someone editing the film, and I really liked that sequence. That was just so cool. To kind of give you an idea, because this is very vague, but it's kind of hard to talk about the film in a traditional sense, but to give you an idea of what the film is doing, there is a sequence where we see a woman blinking, and that's edited with blinds being opened and closed, and so it's just back and forth, like you blink and then you see blinds open or whatever, or other way around. And it's this rhythmic editing. I remember I read Roger Ebert's review of this film, and he's talking about how at the time, and I'm pretty sure today more or less, the average shot length is 12 seconds, but in this film it's 2 seconds. Like, this is a very fast, like, edited film, and this goes like pretty much goes entirely against what John Ford was doing, like I mentioned in my last review with invisible editing. This is very much, I mean, you see them editing the film, and it's just so cool to watch people make a movie, but on a traditional movie they're making their own film, and it's just so cool. Like, I cannot stress how cool this movie is if you're a big film fan like I am. Like, this is going in like my favorite movies of all time. Like, it's just, I feel like the more I watch it, it's just the more, how incredible this film is. It's just so cool. And this is very much rewarding for me in my Sight and Sound series. After Rules of the Game, which I liked, The Searchers, which I was indifferent towards, and this, which I really liked. Like, so much just amazing. The more you think about it, the more it's just like, wow, it's just incredible to me. So yeah, I would definitely recommend this film for sure. I don't want to say too much. I don't want to give too much away. I want you to have as much as a unique experience as you can yourself. The only negative isn't really any fault of the film, but as most silent films, like, they were made with a musical accompaniment. Like, most people like put musical accompaniments with the film today. And the one I watched, like, you see people perform musical instruments in the film, but those don't link up with the score that's provided for it. Like, the accompaniment doesn't match up with what we see on screen, and that bothered me, but it's not really a detractor toward the film. That's just a detractment towards the version I saw. And it's not that big of a deal anyway. There's only like 2 sequences that I can remember. And there is one part where someone's like banging on spoons, and that matched up, and that was really cool. But it would have been cooler if like more of that happened. But still, this is just an incredible film. It reminds me of a film that I did not like as much, Ballet Mécanique, which is by a Cubist artist that I can't remember their name of, but they were attempting to take Cubism and put it into film. This has very different goals, but it says similar effects, but Ballet Mécanique was only 7 minutes, and I was just so Like, I did not like that film. I was just kind of bored with it. But this was an hour, 9 minutes, and I was entertained throughout. And it's really cool. Like, I really... Like, this is... I feel like film should be this. Because I've always sort of felt like the director felt like, oh, film... And a lot of people felt at the time like, oh, film is just theater that's being recorded. And a lot of my favorite films, like, that's a complaint, sort of. And it doesn't really bother me that much, but I wish more films took this approach, because this is, you can't accomplish this anywhere else, really. I know Ballet Mécanique couldn't do that either, but I just didn't like it that much. But this film accomplishes a lot. And it's really cool, and what it does is incredible and well done. Like, it's not just the concept, it's the execution. And the execution is amazing here. Obviously, I'm giving Man with the Movie Camera an A. I would highly recommend this film. It's an incredible film. So yeah, bye, I guess.